If you're just joining us, race 13's been postponed. Technicalities with one of the boats. So we're on to race number 14. University of London A against Pembroke College and Clare in Cambridge. And this is a race in the Temple competition. Temple
This
Challenge Cup.
This will be an interesting one. The men off the cam, if you like. Some of them, I suspect, will have been trialling as they came into this regatta. And then, of course, UL, who are coming off the Tideway, another one of these strong Tideway clubs.
So Temple, University of London on the Berkshire station, Pembroke College and Clare from Cambridge on the Buck station. Slight delay as we wait for the race to get underway. Very relaxed looking in the stroke seat. Kindness is the name of the oarsman in the stroke seat. Nearest to the camera. Looks very chilled out. Stretching going on, last minute stretching. Make sure the shoulders are ready.
And if you look there, Tim, in this yellow oared boat, in the Pembroke and Clare boat, we've got the 7 and the 6 man rowing on the same side, and 5 and the stroke man opposite. Quite an unusual rig in an 8. Usually we see one blade each side. Clearly they believe that this is going to help them keep the boat straight and distribute the power better for this boat.
UL, Clare.
Yeah, it doesn't make it look quite as easy on the eye as an event, does it, when you have that setup? As long as they go around in circles, the coach will be happy.
Attention. Go. Get ready, please.
So the coxes with their arms raised to indicate they're not quite ready just yet. This race will be underway any moment. Temple Challenge Cup, Pembroke College against University of London A. Both coxes ready.
Go!
And we're racing. Race number 14 on the card. That's exactly 10:15, so everything's running to schedule.
Excellent, and a lot of experience in this University of London UL boat, and we can see that as they come off the start. They'll have been training together all year. The Clare and the Pembroke boat will have been just come off bumps on the cam, I suspect, and have got together in the last few weeks.
And for University of London, it's not their strongest crew. They've chosen to prioritise the coxed 4 instead. So see how they get on in the 8. A competitive start. Halfway away from Temple Island, they're shifting with boats, aren't they?
Yeah, and we know that rowing is a rhythm-based sport, and let's look at the rhythm of that purple boat. The one on the far side is just beginning to get, you can see the stroke man just letting it come out over his toes with the rest of his crew backing him up there, and that'll be just taking a little bit more distance in their yellow boat against the yellowed oar boat on this side, which have got just a little bit less time over those toes.
Yeah, Worthington in the stroke seat at the top of your picture on the Berkshire station for University of London. So pointing out the technicals from De Graaf in the stroke seat nearest to the shot on the Buck station. So it's an early advantage. University of London Boat Club tearing ahead. They've done a good job of getting out in front here.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty pleased with this. They've got themselves onto the course, rowing well. Just a little bit of steering to move them tiny off that boom, and you can see the boat behind them has come over right into the middle, those booms can feel a little bit intimidating, so the temptation can be to come away from it. But then the result at the moment is that Clare and Pembroke boats are rowing into the puddles of the UL, and they'll be able to feel that, especially under their stroke side blades on this side. You can see that from this shot, but it isn't that the UL boat at all has moved over. Clare has moved over onto this side.
So they're giving themselves a bumpy ride there. I think they've seen sense and are heading back across towards the booms on their side. It's going to be far more tricky if they head out to mid-water. Good performance so far from University of London. They'll be eager to conserve energy where they can. They want to get this race nailed, and then they'll be conserving energy as they head into the deeper parts of the week. And they need to be as fresh as possible. Sterner tests lie ahead.
Interesting different routes the UL crew have taken into this regatta. We can see that, or into this boat if you like, a few of them rowed at school. We've got Tom Worthington, who came through Hampton School in the stroke seat, and Callum. They might have been competing against each other because he was at Clare's school just a year or two ago, I should imagine, and now of course they come to university with their rowing experience, and one of the first things I'm sure they do after choosing the club is to come down to the boathouse and start to understand what's possible for them there.
So University of London really showing the importance of steering straight, and they've really taken advantage of that, haven't they? Pembroke have had a few more issues with their steering, and that might to some extent explain the order of these boats as they head in front of Remenham once again up the Thames, and all the other boat clubs down there. You'll see the grandstand jutting up from Stewards on the left of the picture. Of course there. And the crowds are building, aren't they, for a early Wednesday morning. Terrific number of people in already. There'll be really big crowds by Friday and Saturday afternoon. You won't be able to walk down the towpath.
I have to say Wednesday morning is one of my favourite mornings to walk down the towpath and go and watch a few starts. It is just magical up there. The moment, the tension, the focus is one of the best places in the world to be.
I regularly take a run down there. It takes me 10 minutes normally, but a couple of years ago I tried to walk down there on the Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. I started at 5, I didn't get there till 7:30. It was absolutely, it was impossible to move down there because there's so many people, tens of thousands lining the mile and a bit course.
And you see there UL just drop their rate of striking a bit. They're making sure they're getting the power, the technical work done well, and Clare and Pembroke, they're still holding on to it, really keeping their rate up, wanting to stay into this race.
Yeah, and they are. They're staying in the race, aren't they? Pembroke College just trying to add some pressure to the occasion for University of London Boat Club, but London have looked pretty controlled from way back towards the start of this race, and they've got it sewn up. It's the back of San Miguel Navas in the bow seat, Jamie San Miguel Navas, Italian champion in the 8 under 17s in 2014.
It is exciting, the different routes that there are into rowing now. There's either the schoolboy, coming over from Italy. There's a ex-Henley Rowing Club young man from Rory Gilligan as well. He competed in the PE. So many of these men have gone down the course before. They know what it's all about, and they've made sure that they killed this race off early.
So the University of London Boat Club know what this race is all about. Accomplished performance from them as the 8 go across the line now. Pembroke College Boat Club hounded them, kept the pressure on, waited for a mistake. The mistake never came. Pembroke finishing in second in the Temple Challenge Cup. Yeah, good performance from University of London.
Yeah, look at that beautiful shot of the finish line that many of our crews will have been dreaming about 2,000 metres into the race sometimes, but certainly in those long winter training sessions, keeping them focused.
And keeping focus is what University of London will need to do for the next day or so, at least. Pembroke College can enjoy the rest of the week, whatever that means.
And this Temple Race event, we have such depth and quality in here. It's going to be one of our really exciting events, this regatta.
Because of the strong US contingent, they've got some good boats, Yale, Princeton, Cornell, Washington, amongst others. So it's an international lineup in this one, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that international feel makes it really exciting here at the regatta. I think people are watching these races all over the world and they want to be and can be part of it.
Despite the international lineup last year, it was Oxford Brookes University. They've won 3 of the past 4 editions of Temple, so it's an international lineup, but actually won by a relatively local boat last year.
And of course Oxford Brookes are here as well, and I think they've only been beaten by University of Washington this year, so we can expect them to be featuring later on in the week.
Yeah, there's great strength and depth in this competition, and I think based on what we've just seen, University of London will play their part in that competition, certainly going into tomorrow's heats. Paddling their way back to the boathouse. They'll be cooling down over the next few minutes and hours.